welcome back to my slice of the internet. For those people who don't know me, my name is Toni and I am a teacher. And this is a little bit late, mainly because I've been on annual leave. So I haven't been able to do any recordings or anything like that. So I am in the process of getting caught up and getting things uploaded, which is actually more beneficial for you guys because it means that you will get a little bit more content closer together until I get myself kind of sorted, and then it will be back to Mondays only. Although I am thinking that I might slip a different kind of content onto this channel as well. So I'm still kind of in two minds about that. So kind of keep posted. You might notice that I have chopped my hair off. Yeah, that it was pretty much around the time that we could. And so I just went in and I was like, let's just do this. I will post a picture somewhere on the screen of what my inspiration was. I'm not entirely sure that I pull it off as well as she does, but I kind of like it. So yeah. So today we are going to be talking about teaching files. So you won't see a lot of me today because I am going to be showing you kind of visually on the screen my teaching file. I do mine online purely for ease. You can do paper ones. If you do paper ones, absolutely fine. I used to do a paper one when I was an NQT, but I moved away from them just because it worked better to have everything on my laptop that was accessible at work as well as at home. And that's just how it just naturally evolved for me. However, what I will include with this is I have got a little bit of a haul because I did buy some new bits for the new term. So I'm going to show you guys what I've bought. And then I'm going to show you my teaching file. And then to finish off the video, I'm going to show you my paper records that I keep. Because it is, as much as I love technology and as much as I love doing things online, there is always going to be a need for paper. There is always going to be a need for notebooks and folders and files and things like that. So I am going to show you kind of both. Disclaimer, what I will be showing you on screen is my Google, is G Drive. That is because that is what I was a big Google fan. I still am, still like Google. It's very easy, it's very manageable, it's very accessible across devices. I don't think that there's a device that it doesn't work on. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think there is. This year will probably be the last year that I use Google Drive. That is because my place of work has decided to move to Microsoft Teams. So I will be using this time / this year to kind of move everything across to the Microsoft. I think it's OneDrive. They're very interchangeable. So if you already use Microsoft and you watch this video and you think, oh, I'd really like to add that folder, or that's really useful, it works pretty much the same. You still create folders, you still drop things in. It's really just the brand name that's changing. But as I say, because I've already kind of put together the folders and things, I'm going to show you on G Drive, but everything will be moving across. So without further ado, or dallying or dillying, she said, doing both. Let's get into the haul and then let's get into a teaching file. Bye. So, as part of the kind of getting ready for the new term slash teaching file, I thought I'd just kind of tie this in with, you know, a few little bits that I've bought for myself just for the new term. So I got this cute little tote bag. Head in the clouds, definitely me. Anyone who knows me. Shh. And that was £3 from the Works. And inside we've got some other cute little bits. So the first thing that I want to show you guys is this cute little pocket display book in kind of a pale baby pink. I'm going to put, so at the minute it's empty. This was $3.99 I think from WH Smith, and I'm going to put my mark schemes and things in there, so I'll show you that once it's done. This was a cute little, I say cute quite a lot, I'm sorry, but this was a little set. I'm gonna go into more detail with this in just a second, but this was a little set. This was $9.99 from WH Smith, and I just think for particularly for teachers, this set is going to be very useful, so I'm going to unpack that in just a second. And the last thing, oh no, second to last thing actually, is the academic diary. This is so nice. It's like pinks and gold, and in the inside, I don't know if you can see that, but it's a day. So it's day page, which I love because then I can do my lists properly. I can, you know, write down everything that I need to write down. I can do reflections in there on lessons and things if I want to. Day pages are my favourite. So this was £3 from the Works as well. And then the last thing that I bought was this sweet little pen. So how cute is this pen? I haven't actually used it yet, so shall we have a little look at what it writes like? Let me grab a little memo pad. Oh, it's black too. That's nice. That's nice. This was £2 from the Works, so it might seem a bit expensive, but I just thought, you know, sunshine kind of went with this, kind of goes with that as well. That's my Harlequin Pop pen, which she's wearing little, I don't know if you can see this, but she's wearing little jammies and she's got ice cream. I didn't buy that in the haul, I just thought, you know, while I'm showing you guys. So that was my little haul, so stay tuned for the unboxing of the little pack. Okay, so this little set has got everything that you would kind of need for this, I think. So this says, is he overthinking? Which anyone who knows me knows that that's true. And that's got kind of just plain pages in it, so that'll be really good for like any kind of planning or like just random notes that pop into my brain while I'm doing stuff. So that, I like that, that's nice. Brain dumps are a thing that I might talk about actually, because those sort of notebooks are really good for that kind of thing while you're doing a task, to keep you on task. It's got a kind of swirly pen. Let's have a look what this pen looks like. Oh, okay, it's that kind of pen. Let's get a poster. The unicorn poster, of course. So these are cute. Let's have a look. Okay, it's a little bit scratchy. Wouldn't be good for writing in a hurry. Anyone who is a pen expert will know what I mean by that, I'm sure. Okay, but that's nice. It's a nice looking pen at least. What else have we got? We've got, oh, these are together. Okay, let's have a look. I can't do this one-handed. Oh yeah, no, it's because I'm not doing it from the wrong side. Okay, extreme close-up. Okay, so that is rainbow print washi tape, which is cute. So we'll have to do something with that so you can see what that is. And then we've got some badges. So let's have a look what we've got. So we've got a love heart, a rainbow. I have no idea what I'm doing. Said every teacher ever, and always busy. See why this is useful for teachers, because these two are just how we live our lives. But we do know what we're doing, and we are always busy, but we find a way to smile through the pain. Haha. And the last things we've got. Ooh, okay. So we've got like, I don't know if you can see these very well. These are like glittery bowl clips. So they're quite festive. The glitter is loose. I don't know if you can hear that. That's very loose. My husband would be freaking out right about now. And then the last thing that we've got in here, a little sticker sheet. So it says, living my best life. You totally can. No bad days. Good vibes only. Then it says, oh hey. You've got 4 of them. You've got busy overthinking, which matches the notebook. Always busy. Here for the weekends. Busy, busy, busy. Getting things done. Going places. And then, I don't know if you can see, but you've got like rainbows and stars and stuff. Now, it's a shame that they haven't given me more stars, because then I could use these to colour coordinate something. But they haven't, so I'm gonna have to think about how I'm gonna use these. So, and then obviously you can use this as a pencil case. So maybe put some of those stickers on there so it doesn't look as plain. So yeah, I just thought that was a really nice little set that's got a few bits in it that I can be using for next year that kind of all matches. These are going to go on my bag. I will show you my bag once I've done that. So yeah, so now let's look at teaching files. So as promised, this is the backpack. This is what I take to work with me, or will possibly might be taken to work. We don't know. So as you can see, we've got a Harley Quinn motif. This is my little fluffy, kind of iridescent unicorn. My mother-in-law got me that for my birthday actually, and it's so soft. You can't see, but it is. And so when I saw that it was pink and fluffy and iridescent, I was like, that'll go on my backpack. I have little original Harley Quinn pop. I also have one of these on my lanyard that I wear at work as well. But my brother got me another one, so I just popped it on there because I feel like it helps to open the things. This is cool because it holds this together. It's just got a little Preston on it. This is my Cardlin audio badge. Yeah. Side pocket, I have a little pumpkin fold-away bag, which I think was from Wilkinson's, but I'm not entirely sure, and a little fold-away pink unicorn bag that says I am unicorn on it, because as people who know me know, I love the unicorns and the unicorns love me. I have the not Suicide Squad, Birds of Prey, Harley Quinn keyring for this pocket, this front pocket here. This side pocket is This is a mini clothes roller, and then I put my hand gel in there too. I think, where is it? I had, just to carry on the motif, I was using this one, which was from Primark, that was like a kind of foam one, but as you can see, I'm running a bit low, so we're swapping to the Body Shop. And then we have badges, so I've got so that's the backpack. If you want to see what's in the backpack, that's absolutely fine. Just comment down below and I will do that in an upcoming video. Okay, so here is the folder from before. I'm probably going to stick something on the front of this just so it's not as plain. But yeah, this is basically the word lists for different levels of functional skills, assessment stuff for functional skills, and then I've matched it with a pink tabby where it becomes GCSE, so you've got GCSE stuff in there, and the end things are just like random bits, and then it's got quite a lot of extra space, as that will probably be filled over the year, but for now it's empty. I realised that a lot of my stuff is pink. That's a personal preference to me, just because I like that colour and I like the kind of, I don't want to say aesthetic, but aesthetic that it creates. Just for me personally, I like things to match, so you'll notice that my books match my bag, match my planner books. The only thing that really doesn't match is my computer, but it kind of does because it's covered in all like nerd stuff. You don't have to do this, obviously, and you don't have to, you know, like pink or whatever. This is just personal to me, and you'll find your own way, your own colour scheme, and your own way of doing things. This is just how I like to have things, but make it your own. That's the beauty of teaching files and teaching resources and things like that, is that you can really tailor it to what you enjoy and what your interests and tastes are. So yeah, don't feel like you have to do that. Okay, so here is my Google homepage. So I go to my waffle and I go to my drive, and you'll see that I have lots of things here that might come up in future videos, and teaching files. So I've got stuff from last year and the year before, but we're going to be focusing on this file. So this has got everything that I might need on it. I can also share it with people who are relevant. I've obviously blurred names for obvious reasons. So the first thing is academic calendars. So it's really useful to have your academic calendar in there so that you can quickly check your dates of when things are happening. I've got a folder for exam concession paperwork. So if I open this up, if you have a student that needs any exam concessions, you can write down who that student is, what group they're in. For me, it's whether they're GCSE or functional skills, and any entitlements that they are entitled to. And then that's just a really quick way of keeping everything in order. And what I would also put in there is the request paperwork. So I'll keep a copy when I've spoken to that student and we've gone through the paperwork, and then I'll send a copy to the relevant people so that that person can be assessed properly. So that's really useful. Lessons. So for me, my lessons are broken down into functional skills and GCSE. So in the GCSE folder, I'll separate everything into weeks. So at the minute I've only done a folder for week 1, but within that folder, it will have the slideshow / PowerPoint, it'll have the resources and everything that that you need for that lesson will all be in that folder. The good thing about that is I can share individual folders, or I can share the whole of this folder. So if I was off sick, for example, I could share that with a colleague and they could make sure that everything was uploaded if I wasn't able to do it myself. And I could do that per week, or I could just do it per overall GCSE lessons. Functional skills, it is very similar. So individual weeks, slideshows, resources, I can share it if I need to. I could colour coordinate these if I wanted to. So if I wanted to colour coordinate them, I would just right click on them, go down to change colour, and let's just say I'm going to make this one purple, and I'm going to make this one green, and then I know that everything that's purple is functional skills and everything that's green is GCSE. So that is the lesson folder. Profiles. Now I know there's slight controversy when it comes to profiles because you don't actually need them, I don't think. I mean, check with your place of work, but I'm not entirely convinced that you need them. However, I personally find them very, very useful, particularly with an online or blended approach. The more information you can store for yourself on a student, the better for you in case anything happens or in case work gets missed or anything like that. So just think about it from that perspective. As you can see, this has got student, additional learning needs, teaching and learning strategies, so that is how you teach that learner and what their area of focus or targets are. So that is in a nutshell, the profiles. I'd probably add more to that once I got to know the students a little bit better, but in a nutshell. Okay, so one of the other folders that I have is reflections on lessons and groups. So this is where I reflect on whether a lesson has gone right, whether I need to change things, whether things have gone well. And basically, I haven't added these in yet actually, but it will be how different groups have reacted to different things. So you can do the same lesson all day with different groups, and some might really, really love what you've done and some might hate what you've done. So it's really about, this for me is about recording my tailoring and why I've done certain things and why I've changed certain things for certain groups. This doesn't need to be done after every single lesson, but what I would say is maybe do it retrospectively at the end of a week, or if you are an NQT and you feel like you need to do it at the end of every day, do it at the end of every day. It is your record. It is for you to reflect on what you think is going right, what you think needs to be changed. So yeah, that's useful for me. The other folders that I have in here are seating charts. So might not be relevant to everybody, but if you did want, particularly if you're off sick, or as you kind of progress through the year, you find that certain people don't work well with others, but they work really well with another member of the team or the group. You can log everything here, basically. So you can write where people sit, and you maybe have a little bit of a rationale for that. so that if anyone does ask, or if you are being observed, or someone does have to cover, they know exactly why you've done what you've done. And again, it might be that you get through the year and you think you want to change things up a little bit. It might be that you find that a couple of months in that you need to stream the tables that you have, so that you've got a kind of lower ability group, middle ability group, and a higher ability group, so that you know what resources to distribute, so that nobody feels like left out or nobody feels awkward or anything like that. It's completely up to you, but I do feel like having that information in your teaching file is important, just if you are observed or just if you are off sick. And then lastly, I have the student's name, the candidate number that is given to them by the exam board, the area that they're from. So I teach over a range of different courses, so students come to me from various different areas across college, so I need to know who their main tutor is so that I can liaise with them to keep them up to date with progress and targets, the group that the student is from, and then I've got a space for all of the mock results that they will sit, their speaking and listening, whether they've got that previously and it's carrying over, or whether they're going to be sitting it this year. And then I have a notes section for anything that might crop up about that student. So that's the GCSE tracker that obviously will be filled in when I get some classes for this year. And then for functional skills, it's very similar. So I have the student's name, the candidate number, the area, and the group. But this time's a bit different. So functional skills has various levels. So I will write down the level that the student is enrolled to. And then the functional skills is broken down into 3 sections. So you've got the reading, the writing, and the speaking and listening. So I will write down and then colour coordinate once students have done mocks, and then once they've been booked in for their actual assessment, that will get added onto this as well. Green is pass, orange is booked or awaiting results, depending on the status of their exam, and then red means that they've failed the exam. And then every time that it's red or green, I always put in the amount that they got, the total that they got on the, whether a percentage or their score, so that then they can track their progress in that respect as well. Also got a notes section, so again, if I need to make notes on anything to do with the student, I can pop that on there as well. Again, you've got the option to share this with tutors and line managers and anyone else who might need to be able to track that student's progress. So yeah, so there you have it. That is my teaching file, such as it is. Obviously, when the new term starts and I get students and I start getting work and things like that, it'll get more and more full. But yeah, that is in a nutshell my teaching file and what I include in a teaching file and kind of the layouts and stuff. If you think that I have missed anything or you do things differently, please comment down below and let's share ideas, let's get ideas together, and let's create something that is beneficial to all students. Yeah, had fun. I will see you guys in the next video. And until then, stay safe and drink coffee. Bye.